Any other specialist members? Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Out of abundance of caution, I'm recusing myself from items 26 and 34. It's unclear the organizations that are working on the projects. I'm also recusing myself from item 27 as I am a landlord. Thank you.
Today, we pause to acknowledge a date that holds a specific weight in our cultural consciousness. April 21st marks the anniversary of the passing of Prince. But today in Chambers, we're here to honor a life that operated at the highest frequency of creativity, independence, and relentless artistic evolution.
My name is Bob Blue. I am providing this testimony under protest because the City Council lost jurisdiction over this matter, agenda item 29, on March 6, 2026. I am preserving all my rights if this matter goes to judicial review, as the Council failed to act within the mandated timeframes. On the merits, I urge the Council to grant the appeal filed by Angelenos for Historic Preservation. The City's most experienced experts, the Office of Historic Resources and the Cultural Heritage Commission, both have strongly opposed demolition of the Berry Building. They have stated clearly that a statement of overriding considerations is not justified. To push to demolish this historic cultural monument represents a failure to adhere to CEQA and our own preservation standards. There is no legitimate evidence to override the permanent loss of the Berry Building. You must follow the guidance of your own experts, grant the appeal, and deny demolition. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm going to interpret for Ms. Jesus Gomez. She lives in the city of El Monte, and it was very important for her to come to share her situation. She bought a condo in 2005, and just recently in 2024, her condo went for second-time auction public, and it was bought by an investor. She would like to share with everybody that she hired a real estate couple from RE/MAX, and she also hires someone that does loan modifications, foreclosures, and bankruptcy, and none of them did anything for her. She lost her condo. She got evicted. The court never put the 7-day notice. They have to be out at a certain time and date. And her daughter that is disabled and handicapped was by herself. And as of today, Ms. Gomez is still paying for those 2 mortgages, and it's very important that the laws change and somehow you guys can help these people. Thank you.
I'm speaking about my house that they're charging me a large amount of fine.
Okay, so 1 minute for general.
The fine was only $660, and the inspector went to my house and looked at my house. He said it was okay, and I always try to talk to the inspector, the one that's fining me, and I never could talk to them. So I was confused. I don't know. I want to know if you could help me. Fine, because I'm disabled. I'm a senior, and the money I get, I don't have enough money to support myself.
Before the next speaker, we'd like to call on Councilmember Blumenfield to make an announcement.
Thanks. Just want everyone to know in the back there we have Village Charter Academy Student Council Leadership Group. Hey guys, I want to thank.
I'm Ziggy Cruz Blue, and I'm appearing today strictly under protest to preserve the administrative record of procedural and fundamental failures regarding item 29. I would have urged this council to reject the Plum Committee's recommendation to deny HP's appeal. Most importantly, the council acted without jurisdiction as this authority over this matter expired on March 6th. In regard to the Plum report, it admits that there was no financial analysis from the CAO or CLA. You're basically being asked to approve the permanent destruction of an HCM based on an applicant's claim of financial infeasibility regarding the soft story ordinance, yet the city never independently verified the applicant's numbers. Certifying this EIR and an SOC without a replacement project or an independent financial audit is a failure of your duty. You are granting a license to destroy a public landmark based on unverified claims and a legal vacuum. I would have asked that you approve the appeal and respect the law, but you guys just moved it ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Ms. Rocha. Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
I'd like to speak to this bullshit that goes to
Okay.
recording in my house all day
So
long from
I'm gonna
Divine Savior.
hold on. I'm gonna give you 1 minute for general public comment, but I'm gonna ask that you not play any audio from your phone through the microphone, as it causes distortion. Actually, makes it so that we can't hear what you're going to say. So you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
This is a distortion that I have to hear 10 times a day, every day from Divine Savior. This is the same distortion that I have to hear. The same bullshit. All
Okay, we can hear it now. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to hear this. Why don't you tell the Catholic Church to turn it off? Divine Savior, Catholic Church, all day long. And I have to hear their bullshit. 10 times a day, all day long, I have to hear this bullshit in my house. But CD1 doesn't give a fuck. Instead, this Catholic Church takes me to court, falsely accused me of a crime that never happened. I went to jury and found priest Albert Prabhuson and his lying Catholic Church and found not guilty. What an idiot, what an asshole that he would do that to me. He never said sorry. No, 3 witnesses, including the priest, who never saw anything because the goddamn thing never happened. And your prosecutor, Gabriella Taylor, prosecutes me without not one witness because of a big fat lie. And no, I have to be stuck hearing their bullshit
Okay,
noise.
speaker, your time has expired. Thank you. Okay. Next speaker, Ms. Rocha, this is your first and only formal warning. Please do not continue to disrupt this meeting. Need to move on to the next speakers.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. What would you like to speak to, sir?
Public comment.
Okay. So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Speaking for the people. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, wish to acknowledge the element of balance. We have an immature, destructive arrangement that needs to be corrected in the form of a degenerated economic imbalance. Billionaires on one side, low income on the other. A formula of balance should be implemented in the form of a passionate, graduated tax reformulation. The elimination of billionaire status and probably millionaire status, not sure the arithmetic at this point, should be put into place with a direction of economic resources put in a full state of equality needs to be recognized and implemented. Do you understand? We need to eliminate millionaires and billionaire status and have a full equality.
Thank you so much. Before we go to our next speaker, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to have item 2 be continued to May 19th, please.
May 19, 519, item number, what item? Item number 2, okay?
Thank you.
And Councilmember Padilla?
Yes, I'd like to call item 19 be continued for a month, please.
Item 19, continued for 30 days?
Correct.
All right.
This message is for everyone and for my CD1. I would like to know if I can have an appointment personally and in private. I met with you about a year ago in the hallway. Real quick, I have a lady that bought a property next door to my house. She removed her whole foundation with no permits. Permits were pending. And that property, no foundation until present. So my house and my brother's have been shifting. It's been getting damaged. And we're kind of like in a downhill. The owner applied for some kind of declaration, owner builder. That means that she doesn't have to have a construction license. So it's very, I noticed that she has a lot of people working on the construction that don't know what they're doing, and they don't have a license. So I'm trying to understand how the city can get away with this, the city inspectors. I met with them, they gang up on me twice, and I had a stroke. So if I can have an appointment and privately to speak to my CD1, and if she can help me stop this construction until further notice, until we report this to title insurance. Thank you.
I am Edward Morin. I'm here on behalf of the East Los Angeles Boyle Heights Coalition, and we're very concerned about the monument area, Morin Memorial Square in East Los Angeles, commonly referred to as the 5 Points. 2 years ago, the area was vandalized and the bronze marker was stolen. We have raised funds from the private sector and we want to reinstall it. The issue is we have tried repeatedly to contact Ms. Jurado's office. We want to have a meeting so we can have a ceremony. I want to say a few words there at the ceremony. We want some input about how the program is arranged. Please, Ms. Jurado, grant us some time. Time is of the essence. That's all I have. Thank you.
Back of my t-shirt says, the CIA controls people's behavior around me. I need a translator. Okay. En el sexto libro de René Pittman, René describe que el esposo de su hija admira a los órganos sexuales de su nieta recién nacida.
So in the sixth book of René Pittman, the book claims that the husband of your wife sees the sex organs of the just born granddaughter.
René queda atónita y preocupa si él es pedofilia.
René becomes autonomous and asks if your just born is a pedophile.
Yo estoy de acuerdo con René.
I agree with René
Porque la CIA puede controlar el comportamiento de otros.
Because the CIA can control other people's behavior.
I'm going to keep talking about this subject, by the way. Nobody believes it, that the CIA, through directed energy. Thank you.
Sure. We acquired this property back in August of 2024. When we purchased this property, it had a substandard stating that there was going to be a fence installed within 10 days. That notice was placed July 2023. As soon as we closed escrow, since there was no monetary lien on the property, we started making contact with Building and Safety, and then also made contact with Mr. Price's office, and we got no response from anything. So at that point, the fence started going up. We continued to email stating that the property was secured, we didn't need any more fence, and nobody ever got back to us. And then now we get a bill for $31,000 for a fence. And so we're contesting this fence as it's something that we didn't require or approve of.
General comment?
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
There's a good reason that the law requires the public's business to be conducted in public, whether it's in a court or a legislature. It's so that people can see that they are being represented honestly by prosecutors or by city council members. The people need to see that prosecutors are not, quote, phoning it in, and that council members are not being pressed to make secret deals. Lately, there have been claims that communications between the city attorney and council members are supposed to be confidential. This is false. They are public records and need to be disclosed just like any other. In the rare cases like ongoing litigations where they legitimately are supposed to be restricted, the existence of these communications is supposed to be clearly documented for the public. So what are we supposed to do when these important laws are flagrantly broken by the people who are supposed to enforce them? The prosecutors are keeping these disputes away from criminal juries. You all need to raise hell.
Andrew Salimian speaking on behalf of the Los Angeles Conservancy about the demolition of the Barry Building or proposed demolition of the Barry Building in Brentwood. It's disappointing that this decision was made today to go with the clearance of the lot for a vacant dirt lot. That's the decision that council went with, and it's really disappointing because this should have been a process where we went through the normal CEQA process, the normal entitlement process. It doesn't even have to be a CEQA process. It can be a by right process through the new CHIP ordinance or through the new citywide adaptive reuse ordinance. There were options available to the developer to pursue remedy and build a project through the normal process, but we've diverted that for this owner. So this sets a really troubling precedent, and we hope it's a one of one, but we will fight it further. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm here to expose the cult of Scientology and their manipulative ways into the city. We keep asking to get the revocable permit, which is L. Ron Hubbard way, turn back to North Berendo Street. There's a revocable permit on that. For 3 years, we've been asking to revoke all the permits they've been getting as they're just using them for recruitment tactics. Hugo's not here right now, but I'm asking that Hugo and his department actually get involved in the permits that Scientology is using to infiltrate and setting up fake Easter event permits and stuff like that, because it's ruining the East Hollywood neighborhood. Obviously, you know Scientology, the blue buildings have overtaken that whole neighborhood, but I'm asking that Hugo Soto Martinez and the whole department starts helping us expose and stop giving permits to Scientology for any reason whatsoever. Period. Revoke their permits.
Honorable council members, LAPD, and Eddie Morin that was here speaking to another issue. My name is Francisco Juarez. I'm with the El Camino Real Forum, and I represent, I want to challenge your patriotism. I represent the compliant charitable veteran family organizations that have created the Medal of Honor wall that exists at Yanga Park. Each of you has veteran constituents and most certainly veteran families as constituents. We have held 11 years of successful March 25th Medal of Honor Day events. This last event was bigger and more successful. Unexpectedly, this year's first-time LADOT expenses cost us $3,000, and we had to dig into our scholarship funds. Councilmember Isabel Jurado helped with $500. All veteran family members benefit from this educational event. Please consider helping us get our $2,500 back and waiving the future costs for this yearly
Speaker,
event.
your time
Thank
has
you.
expired. Thank you. Next speaker.
I want to start off with the summer program. Hopefully that's on topic. I was at the fire mission meeting, and you know, there's the fire thing here too. I want to say, give the fire department some money, man. It's not fair that they have to keep calling people like to come back, and they want to retire or they want to do stuff because you know you're not giving the proper money for. They're tired. They say they're exhausted. I know Smoke and Scan agrees with that. We want our fire department well funded, well taken care of. Okay, as far as the summer one, oh, hi, Hugo. Thank you for joining us. You know, I just want to make sure that you don't have any Scientology front groups at this summer programming, because I found out with the school board and everything, they're advertising drug-free world. So that better not show up at any city, anything. Hopefully not, because know that that's Scientology, and they do not believe in mental health. They do not believe in any of that. And I want to talk about all these abatements, okay? You know, like, there's a lot. And I've been asking, I keep seeing all these other abatements, but I've been asking for a long time for the abatement of 4810 Sunset Boulevard at Cross Street, L. Ron Hubbard Way, the big blue Scientology building, because it looks like it's about to collapse, okay? They harass the neighbors, like seriously. And Hugo, Mr. Hugo, you can attest to this for sure, even though you're not listening. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. I know you're listening. I appreciate you. But they have so many letters of complaints from the neighbors, from noise complaints, light complaints, truck complaints, there's closing the street. There's so many complaints. It's endless. How is that not a something that needs a variance? Or at least, at the very least, you know, enforce the permits. And Mr. President, you owe me an apology, okay? He's still not listening. I keep trying to tell him. He still doesn't listen. Whatever.
So you can speak to this during general, but please take the items for the next 55 seconds.
Okay, sorry. I get sidetracked when someone owes me an apology, Mr. Lee. Anyway, but so I just want to continue that. You know, so why don't you give these houses these abatements? You know, give one to Smoke and Scan. Give me one. Give one to Outlaw FM. And the rest of them, we'll use it to help the people of victims of Scientology that want to leave once once they're allowed to. I'm sorry, it's just distracting when you have, you know, Hugo Hoots. It's his area and he's not listening. It's distracting, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. City Attorney. You know, anyway, so the other one, again, like the fire department, because I know I didn't use my whole minute on that. I was just up there, and one thing that I feel bad for them for is that they don't get enough money. Like LAPD, no offense to these guys here, but they get all the budget. Why does, you know, the fire department has to fight for everything, you know, and they're the ones that, like, basically, you know, anything
General
can...
public comment?
Okay, public comment. All right, I am tired. I went to Easter, the Scientology's Easter event. They don't celebrate Easter, okay? But it's another recruiting event. And again, okay, the Board of Street Services said they cannot close the sidewalks. They have to have an open fire lane, okay? They had neither, okay? They closed it. And they cop shopped and got a police officer to do their bidding to say, oh yeah, it says close, we're closing it. Okay, it's got to stop. And I don't know why Mr. Hugo, and in an election year, should be taking care of this. He should be handling his business in his area, but he's not. Okay, we want a fire lane open. We want the we want the permits to stop. Revoke the R permit. Okay, take the street. Why is the street named after somebody who created a cult? I mean, I don't get it. We don't have.
Speaker, your time has expired.